Fur animal farming. More than 1 billion of animals are killed for fur trims each year. What is fur animal farming? Looking at a fur trim on a jacket, a bauble on a hat, or a mink eyelash extension, you might not realize that animals were beaten, electrocuted, or even skinned alive to make it. Get ready to find out what really happened in the name of trend and fashion. Here are some shocking facts about fur that will hopefully make you think twice about wearing the corpse of an animal. Fur farming is when animals are kept for their fur. They are put in a tiny wire cage, which are just a bit bigger than the actual animal. Most of them are wild animals who usually have a large territory to wander around, climb, dig, swim. Cages on fur animal farms have nothing but bars. Even the bottom of the cages are of thin metal bars that hurt their paws. Right now, all around the world, animals who had a short and miserable life are being killed just because they were born with a fur coat. Over 1 billion animals are killed for the fur industry each year. Electrocuting animals is a painful slaughter method used mostly in order to limit damage to the fur. Many times the animals are skinned alive. More facts about fur animal farming. There are no federal laws to protect animals on fur farms in most countries in the world. And even in countries that have laws to protect the animals, fur farms work with so much cruelty that all animals suffer tremendously. 85% of the fur products sold are from animals on fur farms. 15% are from animals that were hunted, trapped, or slaughtered, and hardly any is from animals used for the meat industry. Because, for example, the fur of rabbits has to come from older animals for its thickness, while the meat to eat has to come from young rabbits. 1 billion rabbits are killed each year so that their fur can be used in clothing or for lures in fly fishing or trim on craft items. China was a growing cat and dog fur industry. Cats and dogs are beaten, hanged, sometimes even skinned alive for their fur. Their fur is often mislabeled and exported from China to unsuspecting customers around the world. Many times real fur is sold for less than fake fur because the production cost of real fur is mostly cheaper. Which influence does fur farming have on the environment? Why is fur often toxic? Fur farms are harming the environment. Millions of pounds of feces are piling up on fur farms every year. Dangerous parts of this waste are tons of chemicals which pollute nearby rivers and streams. Although the fur industry claims differently, fur production destroys the environment. The amount of energy needed to produce a real fur coat is about 20 times more than produce fake fur. All through the fur, after an animal has been slaughtered, his or her skin is treated with toxic chemicals to keep it from rotting and decomposing in the buyer's closet. According to the World Bank, the dangerous process of fur chemicals treatment is so problematic that the fur industry is now ranked as one of the world's 5 worst industries for toxic metal pollution. People don't realize that the treated furs they wear on their bodies can still contain so many chemicals that it stays toxic and can lead to cancer. What does real fur look like? If you pull the fur apart and see leather, the fur is real. If you can't see the bottom of the fur, or you can see fabric, it is synthetic fake. You can also rip some hair out and burn the ends. If it smells like burned hair, it is real. If it melts and smells like plastic, it is fake too. What kinds of animals are used for production? Kept on farms: raccoons, minks, foxes, raccoon dogs, rabbits, dogs, and cats. Haunted with animal traps, slaughtered or shot: squirrels, baby seals, rabbits, bears, wolves, deers, or foxes. Where are most fur animal farms? China, Poland, and Russia. China, Poland, and Russia are the leading countries in fur animal farming. Every year they kill over 1 billion animals, including dogs and cats, for their clothes markets and exports. Why do people buy clothes with real fur? Some like it fluffy. These people don't care where the fur comes from, as long as it looks good and valuable. When asked about it, they just reply that they eat meat too, so they don't see any difference. They know that they own real fur and buy it especially because they like the look and effect much better than synthetic fur. Others, when told about how cruel fur farms treat the animals, are deeply shocked. These people usually do not know if they own real fur or if it is artificial. Some people buy real fur without knowing it. By German law, clothing with real fur have to be labeled in German with a reference to the kind of animal it comes from. Many times these labels are missing or false. In some regions in the world, it is getting so cold in the winter that people wear fur jackets and coats traditionally to stay warm. Actually, only some Inuit in Canada, and some Russian regions still need really warm coats. Through modern fabrics and materials, the warmth of fur can be replaced nowadays. How has animal cruelty changed over the years? Has it become better? The main problem is that when the demand for fur is there, the farms just move into those countries which do not have any rights for animals, like China. So no, the animals' cruelty has not changed much. It was just been relocated to other countries. In Germany, by law, the animals need to be kept in a certain space with additions of their natural habitat. For example, a mink should have space of at least 3 square meters, plus a sand pit and a water pond. Reality shows that even the last mink farm in Germany only had a tiny cage per mink with nothing but thin metal bars. In Poland, where they have 800 to 1,000 fur farms, it looks even worse. They often put several animals in a tiny cage, with the consequences that these animals attack each other or even hurt themselves because they have nothing to do and just sit and wait to be killed. Why should real fur be avoided? Think about the facts each year. France kills 70 million rabbits worldwide. 1 billion rabbits have to die for fur only. Polar foxes are fed so fat that their bones can hardly carry them because fat animals have more fur. 2 million dogs and cats are killed for their fur. For one fur coat, 15 dogs or 30 cats or 20 foxes have to die. Polar fox fed extra fat to produce more fur. How can we stop this kind of animal cruelty? We need to make people aware of how cruel fur farming is for all animals. We need to convince them that there is synthetic fur that is made so good that it looks like real fur, even from a short distance. People need to be made aware that even 2 million cats and dogs are killed each year for the fur industry, and even the bubble on your hat could be from a cat. Let's stop this. Please avoid all kind of real fur. Tell your friends and family how much the animal has to suffer. Watch some videos about fur farms in the internet, and you will never want to buy real fur again. Thank